Good morning and welcome to another Daily Hope. My name is Evan Neal. I'm a hospice chaplain here in San Diego and one of the drummers here at North Coast Calvary on the worship team. It's good to be with you all once again as we dive into today's Daily Hope. Our verse for today comes from the book of John, the 8th chapter, verses 15 and 16. You judge by human standards. I judge no one. Yet, even if I do judge, my judgment is valid, for it is not I alone who judge, but I and the Father who sent me. A good word. What Jesus is talking to the Pharisees here, and it comes after a lot of the I am statements. And the Pharisees were judging Jesus for Jesus's words, and Jesus counters saying that how the Pharisees are judging are based on this kind of exterior judgment, this human judgment. They're not. It's kind of like 1 Corinthians 13. They're seeing in this mirror dimly. They're not seeing the full picture. They're judging on one little aspect alone. Whereas Jesus is always in tune with the Father, always judging when he needs to judge, not from a human perspective, not from that one small perspective that we all seem to tap into far too often, I think. But Jesus sees in full. Jesus sees this fuller picture. And so Jesus, over and over, time and time again, I came not to judge, but to save. I came not to condemn, but to save. And so Jesus is quick to say, I do not judge, but if I were to, and he does, later on we see that, he judges from a point that gets to the core of who God is. It's a type of judgment that is ushering us into a place of fuller knowledge of God, of Jesus. And so that judgment comes, I think more time than not, it comes as a way to kind of course correct each one of us. This verse is not so much about how we are to judge, although it does say not to judge. I think it really just informs us of the nature of Jesus, of the character of Jesus, of how Jesus forms his whole being. And it's not from this human point of view where he sees someone and judges them for who they are, but he is always in tune with the Father. What a Savior that is. And so as we look to Jesus, know that Jesus sees us through divine eyes. And that is a good thing. It's a good word. I'm going to leave at that. I think that's where we need to leave it at. Pray about that today. See how you can more fully realize the goodness, the grand nature of Jesus, and how Jesus's example shepherds us to more fuller beings in tune with God. Thanks be to God for this word.